One of the biggest challenges about becoming a custom furniture maker is that these pieces a lot of times are really big, and we have a lot of issues with logistics and shipping and moving this stuff around. So in today's video, I want to dive into the nitty-gritty of how you should ship, deliver, and transport custom furniture once you get it built. Let's dive in. All right, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the podcast. As always, I'm your host, Zach Vaught, and I'm super excited, as always, that you're hanging out with me and learning and growing as a business owner, not just as a woodworker. And in case you're finding me for the first time, that is what this channel is dedicated to. It's dedicated to helping you grow your business skills so that you aren't just a great craftsman with no customers, but you're a great craftsman with a great business, tons of customers, tons of demand, and you're building a life and a business that you love and you're proud of. And so in today's video specifically, I want to dive into logistics and shipping and delivery as a custom furniture maker. What are the different ways to do this? And so this video will be a little bit of a shorter video than normal, but I want to basically paint a couple different scenarios for you and the way that you can approach your business from the get-go. So strategy, overall strategy of what you want to do is really going to determine which one of these approaches you take. Okay, so first off, the main thing you got to kind of wrap your mind around and try to figure out is, do I want to start growing as a local custom furniture company or as a nationwide custom furniture company? And so one of the main things I'll tell you, and again, this is my opinion, this is not the gospel truth necessarily, but this is my opinion, is that for most of us, we probably need to focus on being a local custom furniture company first. And the reason I say that is that logistics are way easier when all of your customers are within 100 to 200 miles of you, max, right? As soon as you start shipping stuff across the country, if anything gets damaged, if anything gets broken, if anything warps or cracks or doesn't hold up or isn't good, you know, if you're in New York and this table's in California, you have to build a whole new product to send it to them. The warranty situation is really challenging. You got to try to find local makers there that can do stuff. It can just be a little bit of a nightmare. And then you have to have an entire packing and freight division inside of your business to crate and ship all these products, right? Not to say that it can't be done. There are guys doing it. 100%. We have a guy in our program right now that came in our program. He's already a nationwide company. And so it can absolutely be done, but it just adds a level of complexity to the business. Okay. So I want to talk about 3 different ways that you can do this really well locally. And then I want to talk about, if you choose to go nationwide, what you need to do in order to do that well. You got 4 options here in terms of how you handle logistics and you get furniture to where it's supposed to go. So number 1 is free pickup. And so this is one of the things that we always really incentivize and really pushed our clients to do, because anytime that you're also having to step out of the shop to go do a delivery, you're losing valuable shop time. There's such a thing called opportunity cost. And so it's like, okay, I can go do this delivery that's going to take me 3 hours as a round trip, or I can get 3 hours worth of work done in the shop, which is going to make me more and more and more money, right? And so ideally, I try to stay in the shop, keep our team in the shop as much as humanly possible. And so we incentivize free pickup. Hey, if you come pick up the furniture, we will load it for you, make sure everything is wrapped, get strapped down good, and it's going to be safe all the way back home. And it completely relieves you from the pressure of figuring out the logistics side of the business, right? And so it's free. We incentivize them to come to us. Number 2 is that you deliver. You or a member of your team, or you and a member of your team, handle the delivery. If that's the case, you've got a truck and a trailer and you're handling white glove delivery. So you are loading it up and you are rolling up at their house. You and an employee, or maybe you and the homeowner, are unloading it together, walking it through the door, sitting it down at their dining room. You're getting your second half payment and you're rolling on. Okay, so you can handle deliveries yourself. So these 2 first options are great options. You should either be number 1, offering free pickup, or delivering yourself and charging for the delivery. So if you charge for the delivery, you know, gas prices are going to impact this a little bit. We usually charge somewhere between like $2.50 per mile and $4 per mile from us to them to do delivery. You can do this however you want. We also had a minimum. So like if it was even right down the road, we had like a $50 to $100 minimum to do delivery. So I'm going to interrupt myself for just a second to introduce to you a solution for a problem that I've been seeing for a long, long time, and that is Chaseless.io. I've spent the last 7 months building this product, and I'm super excited to roll it out to you guys and share it with you, because the same problem that I faced and all of my clients have faced is probably something that you're feeling if you are running ads and driving leads to your business. And that is You're in the shop and you get a lead and you got to stop what you're doing. You're tucking your kids in for bed and you get a lead and you got to either make the decision, do I tuck my kids in or do I handle this lead? You're at dinner with your wife and you get a lead. You got to decide, do I stop engaging with my wife to handle this lead that is necessary and I got to take care of it, or do I ignore the lead? And if we constantly choose the lead, we're letting down the things that are in front of us. But if we don't, then we're wasting money on ads to drive leads to our business that we're not responding to quickly. Studies show that if you do not respond within 5 minutes to a lead, there's an 88% chance that you are not going to qualify that lead, right? Which means that you're not going to be able to ask them questions, schedule an appointment, schedule a phone call, or give a quote. And so Chaseless solves all this for you. Chaseless responds to leads instantly, asks them a series of discovery questions to qualify them or disqualify them, and follows up consistently and relentlessly, and books appointments or in-person consultations for you. So if you're interested in checking out Chaseless.io, go to chaseless.io/WW Woodwork and learn more information about the product, and you can schedule a demo there with a member of me or my team. So with that, back to the video. Those are the first two options. Those are great options for probably 85% of you guys. The third one here is outsourcing local deliveries, right? So there are people out there that are looking to make a little bit of side income, they have more flexible schedules to where you could have them come in, they have their own truck, their own trailer, they're a 1099 contractor to you and your company essentially, and they would be handling your deliveries for you. This can be massively beneficial. Just so you guys know, there's a lot of benefit that you can get from not having to pull your guys out of the shop, not having to get out of the shop. You guys continue to just do what you do best and having somebody else deliver for you. Here are the risks and the challenges of doing it like this, is that person doesn't necessarily always represent your company well. So you need to make sure that if you are going to have somebody else deliver for you, that you train them up on exactly how they should engage with the customer. They need to be able to probably get photos. This is another great reason that if you are delivering, you can always get content, which is one of the number one things that all of you guys need to be getting every single time that you build something, is getting more content. So you have something to post to your social pages, running your ads, etc., etc. But if you're going to outsource delivery, a couple ways to do this well is, number one, get them like a nice collared shirt with your logo, so that when they show up to do deliveries, they've got a collared shirt on with your logo. They look professional. You don't want to look like you just came out of the shop and you've got dirt and dust all over you and ratty looking shoes. You want to look nice when you're walking inside of customers' homes. So that's really important. Number two is that you need to train them on how they should interact with customers and what they should say, and getting reviews and getting photos. So this would be a huge plus if you can pull this off, okay? So this is a really, really great option if you're trying to keep your head down in the shop, you're trying to keep you and your team members focused, and you can outsource somebody and hire them to come do this for you. And again, you need somebody that has more flexibility in their schedule. So generally speaking, this is usually a guy that's maybe retired early in his mid to late 50s or early 60s that's still strong. Obviously, you get to be strong because you're going to be moving furniture, and is looking for something to do, because you never know when you might be delivering. It might be on Saturday, it might be on Tuesday morning. You never know, right? So super important. The last one, shipping nationwide. So if you do decide to ship nationwide, your market opens up dramatically. You have so many more people to market your products to sell to. Inevitably, you're probably going to sell more furniture, just being honest. But there's this whole other beast of logistics. And so you have to crate all of your products. You have to get connected to freight brokers that do LTL shipping. So LTL shipping is less than truckload shipping, where they're coming in there picking up one piece from you, right? You got to have a forklift. You got to have an entire section of your shop dedicated to packing and shipping. And it's expensive. Just in packing materials alone, you're probably going to spend $100 to $200 just to put that stuff together. And then shipping is usually anywhere from $500 to $1,200, depending upon how far you're shipping it. And so it has its challenges and its drawbacks, undisputedly. Now, that is not to say that it cannot be done and it cannot be executed well. But the challenge with this too is that a lot of times from a pricing structure, let's say you sell a table set for $3,000. Well, people don't want to pay another $1,000 to ship it. In their mind, they're like, man, I don't want to pay 30% in shipping. That seems outrageous. So you almost have to increase your prices and bake those prices, those shipping costs into the price. Which makes you way more expensive. So for example, if you go look at James and James Furniture right now, their prices are pretty outrageous, but that's because they're factoring in free shipping all across the country. And so you're going to sell and you're going to do well there, but just know that that's a whole other beast, a whole other can of worms that you're going to open. And if you're up for the challenge and can tackle that issue, you can build a bigger business. But just for most people, it's not something that I would start with. I really have a strong opinion that most guys can build a $500,000 to $1 million a year woodworking business just focusing on marketing and selling to 200 square miles of where they are. That's most guys. It's not always the case, but probably 80% of the time it is the case. And so once you start getting beyond that, hey, I want to do more than $1 million a year or more than $2 million a year, that's when you really need to start focusing on expanding where you're marketing to and selling to, and you can start building a legitimate, good-sized company at that point. And so hopefully this video was helpful. I wanted to walk you through delivery, logistics, how to approach this, because a lot of times we get questions on this, even with guys that are joining the Woodworking Accelerator program. How exactly do we process through this? So I thought this might be a helpful video to you. If it is, let me know in the comments below. And so a couple resources for you. Number one is my free ebook, Handmade Business Secrets ebook. Doesn't cost you anything. If you're trying to learn and grow as a business owner, as a furniture maker, or as a woodworker, go check that out. It's the first link in the description below. You can just click on it, enter your first name and email, and we'll shoot that over to you. And it's going to help you on your journey of figuring this stuff out. The second is the Handmade Hero Academy program. And so if you are a newbie, you're really trying to learn the business principles that are going to get you started, this is a low cost investment that's going to get you some traction in terms of marketing, in terms of sales, finding products at work, getting better product photography, building a Shopify website, those sorts of things. And if you sell one product as a result of what you learn there, it's going to more than pay for itself. And then we've got the Woodworking Business Accelerator program. And in the Woodworking Business Accelerator program, this is where we actually work with you one-on-one to scale to $20, $30, $50, $80, $100,000 per month, whatever your goals are. And we work with you. We run your ads for you. We provide licensed photography of proven products that are going to absolutely crush for you. We're a coaching company as well. So we're going to walk alongside you, help you with every issue inside of your business. And then the last one and the newest one here, which you've already seen in this video, is Chaseless.io. And so if you are running paid ads or you are trying to get traction online and it's hard to keep up with the new leads that you're getting, Chaseless.io is going to help you with that. And so if you would like a free demo to learn more about Chaseless.io and how it can basically give you about 30 to 40 hours a month back, and it can sell even better than you inside of Facebook Messenger, then I want you to check that out. With that, love and appreciate you guys, and we'll see you in the next one.